welcome back to Dark Room Reviews. Happy Friday, happy weekend eve. Today on the channel we're gonna be talking all about phobias. Yes, what we're most afraid of, what gets under our skin, what's really embedded in our minds that we're most afraid of. Give this video a thumbs up, and it's all just gonna be discussed in these 6 particular films. Alright, so I wrote down 6 phobias, and one of them happens to be more on the psychological side. Psychological phobia. And what film came to mind? I really had to think about this one, and it's a little indie film called It Follows. It's from David Robert Mitchell. I cannot wait to a sequel that's probably going to come out next year sometime. Maika Monroe here, she plays a young girl who's, a bit on the shy side. She has a date with this guy she just met. They hook up in the back of a car. One thing leads to another. And what's really effective here is that she is stricken with this unknown, scary situation in which her date tells her, from now on, there is someone going to be after you and it's going to kill you unless you pass on such and such to the next person. I think people who have watched this film obviously get the gist that this thing is some sort of STD related disease thing. Throughout the runtime, we see Maika Monroe's character, how she becomes paranoid, how she alienates herself, and this thing comes damn close to getting her and killing her. And it's up to us, the audience, to decide, how we view what's really going on, why it's happening. And it's just overall, it's a scary situation. Maika Monroe. The next phobia is, I think, pretty common, and you see it in kids, women, men, maybe some animals, who knows, but that's arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. I confess, I've seen some spiders outdoors. They look poisonous. I'm not gonna don't even think about touching them. Arachnophobia is a good example of this fear. Jeff Daniels and his family move into the small town. He's already frightened of, the smallest spider that's crawling around. He literally asks his wife to kill it for him. And that's just, the beginning of a whole slew of a lot of creepy stuff, practical effects that go on in this little movie here. 1990s. Spielberg influenced, Frank Marshall directed, Kathleen Kennedy, all those top tier 90s affiliates were involved in the making of this. If you have a fear of spiders, do not watch this film. But if you're in the mood for something special, something unique, a creature feature, perhaps, arachnophobia is a good choice. Ophidiophobia is the fear of snakes. Now, again, I think it's up there with spiders. Snakes are just terrifying. They pop out. You're on a walk, a nature walk. You happen to come across one. You don't know if it's poisonous or not, but you just instantly in your head have to run away from it. And the only snake movie I currently have on me is Anaconda, a little movie called Anaconda. Now, this is about a group of filmmakers who set out to the Amazon jungle and want to document a local tribe that have some knowledge of a giant snakes known as anacondas. And this group of people on screen run into some detrimental situations. And a lot of people die, and we get good glimpses of these giant snakes. So if you have this actual phobia, if you're dealing with this actual phobia, I would advise you to stay away from this movie, because there's one particular scene where their boat they're traveling on crashes, and a lot of snakes end up on board the boat, and it's a terrifying situation. It's such a cool scene. Next up is a pediophobia. Pediophobia is the fear of dolls. Now, I could have gone with the typical, Chucky. I decided to go with James Wan's 2007's Dead Silence. The ghost story within this movie is that there was a woman who had a ventriloquist dummy and she was accused of murder. Our main character and his girlfriend, the ventriloquist dummy, shows up at their door, and it's all a interesting story how it all ties together. If you don't like puppets, if you're not a fan of like Annabelle, which is another choice I didn't even think of till now. If you're not a fan of Chucky and small figures walking around at night, and it spooks me, just the idea of it. Next up is coulrophobia, and that's more along the lines of feeling insecure, like a body phobia, like not feeling like yourself anymore. As I was doing my research, the one film that came to mind about this coulrophobia is the global award-winning film The Substance by Coralie Farge. Excuse me for the lighting. But yeah, this little number here came out of nowhere. It's a body horror film. It's about Demi Moore plays a woman who has built a career, 25 years of a career of television, and her coworkers, her boss, realize that she's not getting any younger. We need to move on from her. We need to find someone younger. And eventually she comes across this hotline commercial where this thing called The Substance. You dial this number, you go to this location. If you really want it, well, you pay for it, you get it, and it's a little green vial that ultimately transforms her for the worst. And it is a chilling look at looks and going too far. Yeah, coulrophobia I think happens more often than you think, especially nowadays with social media and people caring about their looks so much. The Substance right here. Last up is another common fear in people, the fear of clowns, and that's coulrophobia. Fear of clowns is I'm right there with you guys. Movies like Terrifier, movies like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Pennywise the Dancing Clown. These are all prime examples of people coming across these things and they are not so friendly. No. You think about these things and they give you a chill up your spine. They give you goosebumps. You want to stay as far away from them as you can. And it's so frightening, especially clowns in a haunted house that were intentionally put there for entertainment purposes, but it's so terrifying. Yeah, the fear of clowns is no laughing matter. Let me know in the comments below, what are you most afraid of? What is your ultimate fear? Are you afraid of heights like I am? I'm afraid of heights. My hands get so sweaty. I get nervous. I want to close my eyes instantly. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Dark Room Reviews is a place to be. I'm Joel, and I will see you next time. Take care.